Since the escalation increased on September 27, 2020 yesterday morning, it was reported that dozens of civilians were killed on both sides. Armenia says more than 400 soldiers were killed, most of them around 20 years old. Azerbaijan did not release its killed troops. The number of victims is likely to change as long as the conflict continues. In fact, the ceasefire was mediated by Russia. On the ground, it was different from that. The two countries were still involved in clashes and accused each other of carrying out new attacks. Nagorno Karabakh is a mountainous region covering 1,700 square miles with 95% of the Armenian population. Since centuries ago, changing rulers, this region became the center of tension between Armenians and Azerbaijanis. Each has its own historical claim to the Nagorno-Karabakh lands. Now internationally the region is still recognized as part of Azerbaijan by all countries including Armenia. However, after the collapse of the Soviet Union, the Armenian population of Karabakh established a de facto government called the Artsakh Republic, which mostly used the Nagorno-Karabakh Autonomous Oblast, NKAO, map from the Soviet heritage. This year's conflict involved legacy regional players such as Turkey and Russia. Among the two, Turkey is the most aggressive and openly shows its side of Azerbaijan. State news agency Anadolu Agency said Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan promised to continue the struggle in the Nagorno-Karabakh region until the land was freed from the Armenian population. They are determined to support the struggle on the battlefield or the negotiating table if necessary. NATO calls for Turkey as a member state to reduce the conflict have so far been ignored. Turkey was the first country to recognize Azerbaijan's independence in 1991 after the collapse of the Soviet Union. The factor of ethnic, cultural, and historical closeness has earned them the nickname Two Countries One Nation. Turkey has long enjoyed the oil and gas wealth in Azerbaijan as a strong business partner. This proximity factor is compounded by the common feud with Armenia. If Azerbaijan clashed with Armenia centuries ago and its expansion increased, especially during the fading and collapse of the Soviet Union, then relations between Turkey and Armenia have strained since the massacre and deportation of the Armenians at the end of the collapse of the Ottoman Empire about a century ago. Until now, Turkey has continued to deny what many scholars call the first genocide of the early 20th century. In the aftermath, the two countries did not have formal diplomatic relations and Turkey closed its borders with Armenia in 1993 to show solidarity with Azerbaijan during the Nagorno-Karabakh War, 1988 to 1994. Under Erdogan's leadership, Ankara has often been accused of pursuing an aggressive foreign policy in neighboring countries. Some scholars call it neo-Ottomanism because this policy massively reached the areas that were formerly controlled by the Ottoman Empire. In this case, Ankara's support for Azerbaijan is seen as an opportunity to gain influence in the South Caucasus by trying to break the deadlock in the Nagorno-Karabakh case, which has been mediated by the OSCE Minsk group. With the members of the US and European countries including Russia, the Minsk OSCE performance over the last few decades is considered to have had little effect.